Why was it important for you early on in your career to work with young stars like Criss Cross and also obviously Bow Wow, but you made it an effort to help young artists?
Yeah. I think that's just my nature. Is like, I mean, that's where I come from. And then I always knew like, well, I mean, I can't really say that I asked to work with Criss Cross. Like, I just met them in the mall. I just saw them. It wasn't like I was looking for them. I went to the mall, I saw them.
What they were performing? Like,
no, they weren't. They weren't even rappers. They was just kids in the mall that looked like they should be rappers. And I was like, y'all should rap. And they was like, who raps? They said it to me like rapping was like the worst job you could ever have in your life. Right? And so it was like, they ain't want to rap. So I can't really say that I was looking for artists like that. It just happened with Criss Cross, and then it was just like I became the guy that people wanted to say made young artists.
How about for the backward clothes? Was that your vision too?
Yeah.
So can you see someone right now, an artist, and know kind of like the trajectory of where things can go for them?
Maybe and maybe not. I can't really say that because it's, you have to see somebody amazing. I haven't seen nobody like that in a long time. But just to see somebody in their raw space, like the way I saw Criss Cross.
Yeah.
I could see it, but I haven't seen that in a minute.
Is there an artist right now, or artists, it could be different artists, that you really are enjoying their talent? And like you're excited for their future?
I think, I signed Division. I think that Division as a group, they have a bright future if we make the right records. They've already had like 5 albums in, and I don't feel like they've actually even touched or scraped the surface yet. So I feel like this new album should be fun. And my goal is to try to make them as successful as I can make them.
Who are you a fan of? Like, if somebody's like, JD, let's go see this concert, let's go da-da-da, who do you get excited to see?
I don't know. I haven't, been excited about a concert in a while, so I think like the last time I was excited to see a concert probably was Watch the Throne. I was excited to see Watch the Throne.
Oh, there was energy. Absolutely.
Yeah, the energy was just
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the entire country.
Yeah, and I went to see it like multiple times. Like that's how.
You were excited.
Yeah, I was excited to see Watch the Throne.
Do you find yourself what inspires you now?
Now it's just like trying to do things that haven't been done, right? Mm-hmm. Like protecting my belt now that I'm the #1 producer. Can I protect my belt and keep doing what I've been doing to stay in that space?
Yeah.
It'll be a long time before we find out, but
sure.
Just stuff like that. I don't think it's, I'm just motivated by trying and doing things that haven't been done.
What was it about Bow Wow that you saw in him that you're just like, oh, out of this world talent?
He was a rapper already mentally and physically. And so he had something that Criss Cross didn't have. He already had the mentality of a rapper. Mm-hmm. He already was thinking about being a rapper. So, I knew how to take what he had already and turn him into what I made Criss Cross, I think. But he had the thing that Criss Cross didn't have, that they had to like grow into.
That's right.
He already was in that space. So to see him just like control an audience or just take the mic at such a young age and understand how to talk to people and translate what he was doing back and forth to an audience, it was crazy. I remember like me and Jay-Z was performing Money and Anything. We did a show. And then I let Bow Wow come on at the end of the show just as my introduction. And Jay was like, where you find this guy? Like, he just seemed... And just like the first time he performed for me, I never know what he was going to say. So I didn't know what he was going to do.
Oh, right?
Because his name was Kid Gangsta at first. And he was like... That's Bow Wow on the Snoop Dogg album. He's like, my name is Snoop. And, that's Bow Wow. So I was a little nervous about, like, what he was getting ready to say on the mic. I didn't know if he was going to start cursing or whatever he was going to do. but I never heard him before. He's like, I got it. This is what he was telling me. And he told the DJ, put a beat on. And I'm like, I'm not directing this. He's directing it. He's telling the DJ and everything. I'm like, oh, okay. So just watching him do that at like 11 years old was incredible.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Do you ever get worried because, you know, Bow Wow and just other younger artists started so young? And, you know, this industry, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever want Bow Wow or anybody else to say, hey, take some time off, focus on you, because this is a lot, success, money. It's just, it could be overwhelming, right? And we've seen you throughout the years, you know, ups and downs, but that's different because you guys are a family, right? So that's going to happen naturally. But do you worry about that when you do see young artists in general? Was that a worry for you even back then, or more so now?
More so now. I like
Yeah.
be like feeling bad for artists now because I don't have nobody to tell them this. I can't do it for everybody. So I be seeing a lot of artists and I'm just like, man,
Damn.
he can already go down the wrong pipe. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I think that artists should pay attention to more or less than anything. Like I was just talking, like I said, my man Chad Elliott, it's like my best friend. I was telling him the other day about like how they have this paid in full grant thing where they give rappers who didn't have like that don't really have a lot of money to take care of themselves and health things. Like they give I think they did Roxanne Shante last year. It's Nas owned it. It's Nas and Steve Stout and
that's great.
a couple other people that started this thing where they do this award show where they give rappers the money that they feel like they should have made, right? Ooh. And I think recently they gave Houdini one, or they gave Jalil at least a check. And I saw them giving Jalil a check. And it was crazy because I was talking to Chad about it because I grew up under Houdini, you know what I mean? Them like basically taking me under their wing and making me like they brothers or whatever. And just seeing that, I was just like, man, you know, it's crazy because we learn from them and we learn from their mistakes and everything. So I just be like hoping that young people pay attention to the mistakes that a lot of these artists make and try to do what we did and understood, like, if you want to make it to where you got to go, a lot of that stuff that you see ain't gonna be able to fly.
Ooh. What's been the biggest mistake that you've done that you learned from, right? And you feel like other people can learn from it too?
Just being cocky and thinking that like you're not replaceable.
How did you learn this? That's a hard lesson to learn, man.
I
love that you said that.
You just learn it the best way you can. I mean, you because you know you could get like start believing that you like really that person.
Yes,
and you are until people decide that you're not. Right? Ooh. And that's all it takes is for people to decide that you're not. It don't have nothing to do with you. Ooh. It has something to do with the people saying, you know what, I'm off you. I don't care how good you are. Your attitude is wrong, whatever. So, you know, in that space and time, I was young and I was actually like, you know, I was cocky. I wasn't mean.
Era?
I wasn't
what
mean
time
to people.
frame is this? What?
Like, I mean, when I left Columbia, it was a time frame when I left Columbia and I didn't want to deal with what I should have dealt with from a business standpoint. Like, I left my artist over there. And that's kind of like the first time I think when me and Bow Wow kind of like fell out because he didn't understand. He thought I left him, right? And I could have took him with me, but I ain't even want to, I wasn't even like, I was just trying to prove a point. Like, I could do this wherever I go. That was my attitude. I can, but I was just also like, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like more focused on trying to prove that point as opposed to like paying attention to what I had started, right?
That's right.
I started a family at Columbia.
That's right.
And you got to take care of your family and keep moving with them. They came with me. They supposed to leave with you, you know? But I was on some like...
I could do it wherever.
Yeah, I could do it and they going to be cool type thing.
Yeah, for sure. Now you got a song with Rich Homie Quan, Rest In peace, Rich Homie Quan. I can't believe it's been now a year
Yeah.
since the devastating news. The song is called This or That. How was it working with him? What's something about him that most of us don't know?
I didn't actually get the chance to actually physically work with him in the studio. This song was given to me from his brother, and then his dad gave it to me.
Do you know why?
Thank God, I guess it was just God saying, here's the song. Huh?
Do you know why they wanted to give it to you? Did they say this?
Well, no, I mean, so I was in the studio working on this I'm So ATL remix with Young Dro, and Young Dro's manager, Doug, came in the studio. And when I was doing the Magic City album, I had this whiteboard up where I'm looking at writing names of all the artists up there. And Doug was like, you ain't get no song for Rich Homie Quan. And the way he said it was like, you could just go down the street and knock on the door and just ask him for a song. And I'm like, nah, I ain't get no song for Rich Homie Quan. Like, where I'm gonna get a song for Rich Homie Quan from? Like that, it wasn't even like in my mind. And he was like, I'm gonna put you on the phone with his brother. He put me on the phone with his brother. His brother's like, I got some records, man. I'm gonna send you some songs, check them out. And when he sent me the song, the first song that I heard, Rich Homie Quan was like, I could take you out the strip club. And I'm like, what? Like, is this like for real? Like, and then he said, no more dancing in Magic City. And I was like, oh, okay, well, this sounds like this is supposed to be my record. And it was just like, from there it was like, let me remake the beat, let me do what I want to do to the beat and try to get this to where I could put it out.
So